Hi, my name is Chaim. I'm Rabbi at Congregation Israel of Springfield, New Jersey. I wanted to share with you a quick bit of Torah on this week's portion, Parshat Chayei Sara. Although the two main issues of Parshat Chayei Sara, Jewish continuity and Jewish territory, are the two issues that continuously have vexed the Jewish community for thousands of years, because after all, in this week's Torah portion, Abraham is looking for a shidduch, for a match for Isaac to continue the Jewish people. And at the same time, Abraham is trying to buy a foothold in the land of Israel, trying to buy a field in Hebron, Ma'aras HaMachpelah, to bury his beloved Sarah, a hotly contested area to this very day. What I'd like to discuss with you are really just two words in this week's Torah portion. In Perek Chavdala, chapter 24, the very first verse, it tells us, V'Avraham Zakein ba bayamim, that Abraham was old and he came with his days. And many commentaries wonder, why does it have to say Ba Bayamim? It just tells us that Abraham is old. So then why does it have to tell us Ba Bayamim? He came with many days. And there are many interpretations. I'd just like to share one from the Nesiva Shalom, the Slonimer Rebbe, Rav Shalom Noach Brzezowski of blessed memory. And the Slonimer suggests that the answer to why the verse uses these interesting two words is based on a Hasidic teaching of Rav Moshe Mikobrin and also in the Kabbalistic teaching of the Shlah, Rabbi Isaiah Horowitz, one of the early Ashkenazi mystical masters in Jewish tradition. They both say that any day that a person doesn't do a Ma'aseh Chesed, any day that a person doesn't do an act of kindness, it's as if you didn't live that day. And it's very interesting. Why an act of chesed, an act of kindness? They don't say any day that you don't study Torah. They don't say any day that you don't daven. They say any day that you don't do an act of kindness, it's as if you didn't live. And why is that? And the answer really is from a verse in Psalms, in Tehillim. Because in Tehillim, King David writes, Olam chesed yibaneh, that God created our world as an act of loving kindness. And in fact, in our daily prayers, we say, HaMechadesh b'tuvo b'chol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reishis, that each and every day, God is continuously recreating the world. And therefore, we know from numerous sources in the Torah and Maimonides and many, many Jewish sources that we are really supposed to be reflections of God. When King David writes, Hashem tzilcha yad yaminecha, that God is the shadow over your right hand that teaches us, you know how God is going to act towards you? The way you act towards other people. And therefore, for us to be able to be godlike, to be close to God in that way, and for us to receive special divine benefits and the blessings from the Almighty, it means that we have to be godlike, and God creates a world of kindness every day, and that's what we have to do as well. That's what the Shlah Kadosh, that's what Rav Moshe Mikobrin are teaching us. That any day that you don't do an act of kindness is a day that you're not godlike. And every day God is recreating the world. And therefore, how can we not be godlike each and every day? By doing that important act of kindness. And that, the Slonimer explains, is why the Torah tells us, V'Avraham Zakein ba bayamim, that Abraham was elderly, but he had come along with his days. That every day, Avram Avinu, our forefather Abraham, who was the pillar of kindness, who implanted in our spiritual DNA the notion that a Jew gives and wants to fix the world and wants to do good and spread that love and kindness in the world. The Slonimer says that each and every day we have to be like Avram Avinu, and Hashem should bless us that we can bring all our days with us like Abraham and Sarah.